So first of all, they would give you, in question 4 here, they would give you the formula you're going to have to use. So they would give you this formula. And they would tell you that P stands for pressure and H stands for height above sea level in kilometers. And they tell you the pressure's unit is kilopascals. And we were talking about languages earlier, and I have a story about this, because if you go super high up, you can get altitude sickness. And I learned Spanish in Bolivia, and Bolivia has the highest capital in the world. It also has the highest navigable lake in the world. There are lakes in the world that are higher, but nobody goes on them. But Lake Titicaca in Peru, and yes, I know the name is terrible, is the highest lake in the world at just under 4,000 meters above sea level. The airport in La Paz in Bolivia is at about 4,000 meters above sea level. To put that in perspective, there are, I think, only a couple of mountain peaks in all of North America. The highest mountain peaks in the Rockies. There are only a couple that go over 4,000 meters. And that's where the airport is, in La Paz. So you get up super, super high. Yes.
What does navigable mean?
Navigable means you can put a boat on there and people use it actually. There's lots of boats on there traveling and working. They navigate on it. Navigable. Anyways, when you get to La Paz, there is a high chance, if you're coming from somewhere else, that you may suffer altitude sickness, which means you all of a sudden feel like you're not getting oxygen because the air is so thin. You start to sweat, sort of get feverish. I've experienced it. It's not very much fun. I actually didn't experience it when I landed there from a plane, but when I took a bus from the lowlands to the highlands, halfway through the bus trip, I woke up, I was sweating, I was like hyperventilating. I was like, I'm gonna die, feeling that's altitude sickness. You're not gonna die, but it will take some time for your body to adjust to the fact that you're not taking in as much oxygen as you're used to. So a plan that Bolivia always likes to do when they have to play a very important soccer match is they say, hey, we'll play in La Paz. They bring the other team in, the Brazilians find they're out of shape, they can't run very fast, and then, oh, Bolivia beat Brazil, we must be good at soccer. But the World Cup is not going to be held in La Paz, so they're going to, and oh, I was so sad. They got to the final spot and lost to Iraq 2-1 to not get it. So I was a little bit sad at that moment. Anyways, so if the cabin pressure of an airplane is less than 70 kilopascals, passengers can suffer altitude sickness. How high would you have to be to get this? This is talk about flying in a plane. So what we would do is we know that this would be 70. We don't know the height. And 0.88 is not on our powers chart. So the best we can do is go to our calculator and type this into Y1 and this into Y2. I'll go to my calculator and do that. Clear this out, clear this out. Y1 70, 101.3, bracket 0.88 to the exponent of x. And again, I'm going to hit, now my window, I don't need to go up to 3,000 because I want to see 70, so I'm going to go up to 100. I'll change this back to 10 just to see if that's enough. Draws my straight line. Look at that. They intersected, so I can go second, calculate the intersect, enter, enter, enter. 2.891 kilometers. Okay? Well, so getting back to what did it say to the nearest kilometer? That's only 3,000 meters. I told you the airport in Bolivia is at 4,000 meters. That's crazy. You're 1,000 meters higher when you could first suffer altitude sickness. They have an altitude sickness bay in the airport for people getting off the plane and blah, 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 blah.
It's not like what's what do you do that
They would sit you down, they would give you some medicine for altitude sickness, and just tell you not to like freak out and just relax, wait for your body to accustomize to it. Questions you can circle for this one? Number 14.